What's up, Wolverines? I'm Victor Torres.
And I'm Sebastian Alvarez.
And here's your news for today. High school students took the PSAT this past Wednesday. The PSAT takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes and consists of 3 tests: the reading test, the writing and language test, and the math test. Most of the questions are multiple choice, though some math questions ask you to write in the answer rather than select it. The average PSAT score is about a 920, and the score between a 1210 and a 1520 will put you in the top 10% of test takers. But what makes it important to take it? Ms. Busto tells us more.
The PSAT is important because it serves as a benchmark for students, a way for them to see how they would perform on the actual SAT. The PSAT stands for Practice SAT, so stands to reason that it gives you a little test or a little trial of how you perform on the actual SAT, which serves you well when you're trying to decide, do I take the SAT or ACT junior year for college? And then also for the junior specifically, the PSAT is important because it helps us determine if you'll qualify for national merit in the future using your PSAT score. Something that's new as well with the PSAT is the College Board Recognition programs, the National Hispanic Recognition Scholar and the National African American Recognition Scholar. That's something that gets awarded based off of your PSAT score, and you can now qualify for it using either your 10th grade PSAT or 11th grade PSAT. So that is why we offer the PSAT every year to students.
This same Wednesday, as high schoolers were taking their PSAT, the middle schoolers were having fun in the sun in our traditional Belen field day. Danny Diaz has more.
This past Wednesday, our middle school students got the opportunity to take a break from their studies in order to participate in a well-known Belen tradition, also known as Field Day. We got the chance to talk to Mr. Andion and some students to see how it has changed over time and how students enjoyed it.
So far, Field Day has gone amazing. The student workers have been phenomenal throughout. The seniors leading the teams, the seniors leading the grade levels to each station, the seniors in charge of each station have been just hardworking. These seniors don't have to be here, but they volunteer their time to make sure that middle school Field Day runs as good as it did when they ran it. They wanted to make it as special as it was for them. And then getting the events, having new events with some of the classic events has just made this a very good day.
My first day at Belen was great. It was an amazing experience.
What's been your favorite part?
My favorite part has been all the kids contacting and helping each other win.
After hours of planning and hard work, the faculty and the Senior Student Council were able to make this another wonderful event that the middle school students could take in for the rest of their Belen careers as a core memory.
Planning Field Day was a team effort. I credit my student council plus other seniors that got involved in the planning of this Field Day. For the last 3 weeks, they have been meeting after school, they have been planning the events, and they have been making the schedules.
For WBLN, I'm Daniel Diaz.
On to more serious news. Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz avoided a death sentence in a Florida courtroom yesterday afternoon, sending shock and anger through some family members of the victims as the jury recommendation against him were read aloud. Anthony Ascui has the latest.
Tears are shed, hands clasped tight.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt the existence of the aggravating factor. Nicholas Cruz knowingly created a great risk of death to many persons. Yes.
Only a judge's voice cuts through the silence in a Florida courtroom as she reads aloud a jury's recommended sentences to the Parkland shooter, Nicholas Cruz.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt outweigh the mitigating circumstances established. No.
Cruz is now set to be formally sentenced November 1st, after pleading guilty last October to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder for killing 14 students and 3 school staff members in a shooting rampage at Florida's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in February 2018.
Pray that animal suffers every day of his life in jail.
Some victims' family members showing clear frustration as life sentence after life sentence is recommended, and Cruz avoids the death sentence.
I sent my daughter to school, and she was shot 8 times. I am so beyond disappointed and frustrated with this outcome. I do not understand. I just don't understand this.
You set a precedent for the next mass killing, and nothing happens to you. You'll get life in jail.
I'm Anthony Ascui reporting.
Florida's governor is easing voting rules for residents hit hard by Hurricane Ian. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order that extends early voting and allows voters to cast ballots at any precinct instead of just where they are assigned if they vote on election day. The changes apply to Lee, Charlotte, and Sarasota counties. Residents there can also request mail-in ballots to be sent to addresses other than their homes. They can cast ballots at early voting sites right up until Election Day. In other counties, those sites must shut down the day before Election Day.
What's up, Wolverines? I'm Tyler James, and here's your sports for today. Your middle school sports team has been the main priority this week, with our middle school swimming team taking the home win in the Gulliver Invitational Meet and finishing their season undefeated. This year's back-to-back years, they went undefeated. Congratulations, Wolverines. The bowling team has a competition today at Bird Bowl. Wish them some luck. Get ready for the varsity football game next week against Gulliver Prep. It's the team's last home game, and so pack the house. On Thursday Night Football, the Washington Commanders took the win against the Chicago Bears. Although it was a snooze fest, it came down to the last play of the game. The Washington Commanders were led by Brian Robinson in an astonishing comeback game after being shot in the leg 2 times. He ran for 60 yards and had a touchdown. That's all your sports for today. Now back at the desk.
Thank you, Tyler. And from all of us here at WBLN, stay golden, Wolverines.